Okay, inshallah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah. Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Amma ba'du. So we still subject the principle of Iman, of faith. Yeah. And today we'll talk how to increase our Iman. As you know, that the greatest blessing that Allah gave us is Iman. Do you know how many population in the world? People said about 6-7 billions. And how many Muslims? Only 1 billion, right? That you are lucky, Allah selected you. Because if you have everything in this world, but you don't have Iman, alas, you are the loser. Yeah. But the problem is the place of Iman is in the heart. And the heart, the Arabic called qalbun. Qalbun means, changing. So Iman, something goes up and goes down. Increase, something decrease. Many of the Prophet companions, they worry that when they die, the status of their Iman is decreased. Right? So inshallah tonight we will study, how to increase, how to be steadfast, to make our Iman, intact, our Iman strong. Yeah. Okay, Safia.
Assalamualaikum. Indeed, Iman consists of the iqrar, firm conviction with the heart, speech with the tongue, and actions with the body parts. So it includes these three affairs: the iqrar with the heart, speech with the tongue, and actions with the body parts. So if this is the case, then surely it would increase and decrease. This is because the iqrar with the heart differs from person to person. To have knowledge about something by way of someone telling it to you is not the same as seeing it for yourself.
Yeah. So, to be Muslim, right, to adopt Iman, you have three elements. The first have to be with your heart. So therefore, why it is very important that before somebody accepted Islam, his heart had to be ready, had to be convinced. There's the only one God. So therefore, the heart have to, because there's a group of people in the Quran called al-munafiqun, hypocrites. Hypocrite only with the speech. وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَنْ يَقُولُ آمَنَّا بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ. Among the people who said, we believe in Allah in the last day. وَمَا هُمْ بِمُؤْمِنِينَ. But their heart did not believe. Will not accept. They can deceive people. How you can deceive Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Right? So suppose somebody, accepted Islam with the heart. That's not enough. You have to pronounce. Right? So therefore why the Prophet uncle, Abu Talib, he's a good man. He was ready to suffer with the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu. And when his son Ali became Muslim, he said, yes, it's a good religion. That means, so his heart accepted. So when he's going to die, Rasulullah said, uncle, please say this word. La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. So I can help you in the judgment. I can make the word become dalil, a proof. So I can defend for you. But without this word, but Abu Jahl was there. Abu Talib, how dare you give up your ancestral religion? Look at how dangerous when you have bad friend. And he didn't say it. So Abu Talib, he died. He didn't have Iman. Right? Suppose someone, believe in heart, they convince, and then he said, right? But what the proof? So therefore we have three elements. The last one is action. Action. Oh, brother, I believe in God. I said, but I didn't pray. But I have it here. It's not the word. Well, what the sign? Like you get a job, you sign the contract. You're supposed to go to work, right? No, you stay home. So the man, we come to God. God, I'm a Muslim. I took Shahada. I believe in you. I said, but I never see you. You never say Allahu Akbar. Iyyaka na'budu wa Lord, you worship. Right? Yeah. So this is the Iman have to consist three things. With the heart, with the speech, and also with the action. Yeah. Okay. Punk. Are you there? I know. Punk. Yeah. Okay. Danin.
This is what Ibrahim said, and remember what Ibrahim said, My Lord, show me how you give life to the dead. He, Allah, said, Do you not believe? Ibrahim said, Yes, I believe, but to be stronger in conviction.
Ibrahim alayhi salam, he knew, he believed that God can bring life to death. Right? So Allah, but he didn't say, can you know? Can you show me? Different than when or mean how. You can say, you can ask Allah is how. Because he not deny that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the giver of life and death. Right? Awalam tu'min qala bala. No, Allah. I believe. Liat ma'inna qalbi. So my heart become convinced. Like for example, you have a friend and he studied Kung Fu, for years. And then now he passed all the tests. He have a black belts, right? You believe him because he never lie. He's a good friend. But how to convince you to make you stronger? So you brought 10 brick. Okay, I know you have. Can you show me now? And he broke it. Oh, okay. What happened with you? You feel comfortable, right? That's conviction. Yeah, and it's okay in Islam. You ask Allah SWT to show you something. Like somebody came to Rasulullah SAW, oh prophet, if you are prophets, I want this tree talk to you. Imagine the tree didn't talk. Oh, he called it. He called the tree. The tree was walking like this. And then Muhammad asked the tree, oh tree, who am I? The tree respond. In Arabic, said, Labbaik wa sa'adik. This is how I respond with the polite. He said, Innaka Rasulullah, laqad ballagta risala. Right? Allah, you are Rasulullah, you convey the message like he gave lecture. The man is so happy. And he said, oh, Prophet, can I kiss your forehead? He said, yeah. Can I kiss your hand? Can I kiss your chest? And I said, can I bow down to you? I said, no. Only bow down to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yeah? Good. Okay. William, are you there, William? William? Okay. Mahnur?
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So indeed Iman increases in regards to conviction of the heart, its tranquility and its serenity. One notices this in himself, for when someone sits in a gathering that consists of the remembrance of Allah and a sermon is being delivered mentioning paradise and the hellfire, his Iman will increase to the point where the person feels as if he can see them with his own eyes. At other times when that person is heedless of them and is not in such a gathering, that conviction he had would decrease in strength in his heart.
Yeah. So the most important thing is the hearts. So therefore, why is it when you are in the class, you are in the masjid, people, tell the story of the prophets, talk about Allah's greatness, the iman increase, right? Look like you see it. So they call in Arabic called Ainul Yaqin. Yeah. Okay, Alia.
Iman increases with regards to speech as well. For indeed, the one who mentions Allah 10 times a day is not like the one who mentions Allah 100 times. The second one increases in Iman by a lot. Also, the one who practices ibadah, worship, in the most perfect manner, his Iman will increase more than the one who practices in a deficient manner. Likewise, knowledge, for indeed, if a person practices more good deeds than another, then his Iman will increase more than the other person.
Imagine if, Islam didn't teach us how to pray, how to fast, how to make the care. Alas, you just believe in your heart. Can you imagine that? Allah knows it. The Iman is like a tree. And the tree, to keep alive, you need to put water. So therefore, when you make dhikr, right, you didn't know what is speech, right? Subhanallah, alhamdulillah, Allah Akbar, subhanallah. Let's increase your Iman. So therefore, don't forget to make dhikr. In the morning, don't forget to say astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah 100 times. After prayer, subhanallah, subhanallah 33, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah 33, Allah Akbar 33. Right? Then la ilaha illallah, right? Any dhikr. The same with prayer. When you pray, when you fast, look at in Ramadan, you feel something different, right? Because in Ramadan, you're far away from the sin, and you read Quran and all this. You come to masjid, you do Tarawih, you do Qiyamul Layl. There's also, you nurse your what you call your heart, where there's Iman, right? With the action. Yeah. Okay. Now we'd like to, how do we know that my Imam is weak? My Iman is weak. I need to increase it. How do we know? These are a few signs, Allah. Yeah, Hanin?
Committing sins and not feeling any guilt, having a hard heart and no desire to read the Quran, feeling too lazy to do good deeds, being late for Salah, neglecting the Sunnah, having mood swings, for instance, being upset about petty things and bothered and irritated most of the time.
So one of them is committing sin and not feeling any guilty. This is dangerous. For example, you did lie. You don't feel guilty. I lied today and she believed me. That's not good. Why? I did lie to my dad. That's good. That means your Iman is good. How today you miss Fajr. I miss Fajr today. That's not good. Oh, stop. What happened? I miss Fajr today. I don't pray on time. That's good. Your Iman is intact. Having a hard heart and no desire to read the Quran. Wow. The Quran says, "Thumma qasad qulubuhum." One of the reasons people commit a lot of sin, because the heart become hard, like a stone. Right? Did not affected with any word. Somebody say, but something like from here to go this year. Yeah. Feeling too lazy to do good deed. Salat, yeah, you pray, but Allahu Akbar. Or Salat almost the time is finished. If we start Allah Akbar, very fast. That's a sign your Iman is weak. Neglecting the Sunnah. Right? He's supposed to say Bismillah before he eat. It's okay, man, Sunnah. Alhamdulillah, after he eat, Sunnah. Test the Iman is weak. You know, the Prophet companion, they do Sunnah because it's Sunnah. But we left Sunnah because, man, only Sunnah. Yeah. Having mood swings, right? That means just little bit you upset, you get angry, right? So let's reflect. If you have, some of the symptom, you have to work hard. If you commit sin and you don't feel guilty, this is not good, right? Remember the Sahaba who, he cry all night just because of small thing. Yeah. Okay, Diane.
Not feeling anything when hearing verses from the Quran. For example, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala warns us of punishments and his promise of glad tidings. Finding difficulty in remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and making dhikr. Not feeling bad when things are done against the shahira. Desiring status and wealth. Being mean and miserly, not wanting to part with wealth.
Yeah. Not feeling anything. Allah said, وَسِيقَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا إِلَى جَهَنَّمَ زُمَرًا. On the day when Allah will bring the sinner, the to the hellfire. Hellfire. Right? The Prophet used to stop when the ayah talk about hellfire, he stopped. Ya Allah, Allah, please save me from hellfire. And when the ayah talk about Jannah, right? Fadkhuli fi ibadi wadkhuli jannati. Welcome to Jannah. Allah, please bring me to Jannah. Right? So if you don't remorse, you don't feel anything when the class talk about hellfire, Jannah look like that, that's the sign of your Imanism. Yeah. Finding difficulty in remembering Allah and making dhikr. Very tired. Even just 3 times. Yeah. At least before sleep, after salah, when you make dhikr, not feeling bad when things are done against the Sharia. Somebody backbiting, somebody say, oh, it's okay, man. This is, we are in America, it's okay to have this kind of, even it's against Sharia. Or somebody eating the not halal food. You feel, okay, no, brother, hey, it's good. Right? And also miserly. You don't want to give, Dahlia.
Ordering others to do good deeds when not practicing them ourselves. Feeling pleased when things are not progressing for others. Being concerned when whether something is haram or halal only, and not avoiding makruh, not recommended things. Making fun of people who do simple good deeds like cleaning the mosque, not feeling concerned about the situation of Muslims.
Ordering, ask people to do, hey man, go pray, but he sleep. Right? This is not good. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran, right? Why you ask people to do good deed and you not do it? Yeah. Feeling pleased when things are not progressing for others. Jealousy, envy. Oh, you fail, alhamdulillah.
Class.
You're not accepted? Oh, alhamdulillah. A good friend is the one when you're happy, he's happy too. When you fail, you feel sorry too. Right? Being concerned with whether something is haram or halal only. It's good, yeah, but man, this is makruh, man, it's okay, man, makruh. Smoking makruh. Smoking, some people say haram also. Have bad breath. You wearing the shoes with the left feet first, left foot first, right? It is makruh. You're drinking with the left one. It's makruh. That's okay, man, makruh. That's the Iman week. People have to be concerned, Yeah. So that's the symptom, right? Now, how to increase our Iman? How to increase our Iman? Yeah. Okay, Muhammad Mustafa. Misbah.
Recite and ponder on the meanings of the Quran. Tranquility then descends and our hearts become soft. To get optimum benefit, remind yourself that Allah is speaking to you. People are described in different categories in the Quran. Think of which one you find yourself in.
So the first, recite and ponder on the meaning of the Quran. Number one, try, treat Quran like you treat your cell phone. How you feeling? One day you don't open your cell phone. Oh man, you have to feel, oh man, I didn't open the Quran today. I have to feel something. And even just one page, 5 ayah, but you open every day. But also try to ponder. Ponder in Arabic called tadabbur. Tadabbur, not tafsir. What the message that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want to address us. Every day you read what? Surah Al-Fatiha. In the end of the Fatiha, Allah said, Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Guide us to the straight path. Siratal ladhina an'amta alayhim. The path that you bestowed upon them, the prophets, the truthful, the righteous. Ghairil maghdub, not the path that you put your anger, the path that you're angry at them. Waladhalin, and those astray. Now try to ponder what the message Allah want to address us, give us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want to tell us there is two ways. There's no good to follow. What's that? That means read the history. The first way, Maghdubi, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't like them. Those people who have knowledge but did not practice upon the knowledge. They know that the interest is haram, but they consume the interest. They know that pork is haram, we still eating pork. They know backbiting is haram, we still backbite. Almost opposite with the knowledge they have. Second one is astray. He know this is the wrong way, but he just continue. Even GPS says go this way. He just continue without knowledge. The first one is Jew, second one is Christian. That's the message. So what do you have to do? Allah said, hey, number one, we have to learn knowledge. Sami'na. So Sami'na, we hear knowledge. Then what? Wa'ata'na, and obey. Right? You have knowledge that salat is mandatory. That's enough one. I know it's mandatory, but I don't pray. You are maghdubi. Right? Or you pray not following the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked to pray. You pray Maghrib, for example, 5 rakats. Yeah, this is the meaning. Yeah, and also the Quran talk about us. One day one Sahaba opened the Quran, Qul ya ayyuhal kafirun. Oh, alhamdulillah, I'm not kafirun, not disbeliever. Alladhina hum fi salatihim khashi'un, and those who pray with focus, Oh, I'm not this level yet. So he tried to many ayah said, I'm not this, I'm not this. Until he found the ayah, and those who do good deed and sometimes do bad deed. Said, this is me, this is me. No, I have to change, man. I'm going to make a lot of good deed and I try to avoid bad deed. Yeah. So that's the first one. Recite Quran and ponder upon it. Yeah. Amila.
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
2. Realize the greatness of Allah. Everything is under His control. There are signs in everything we see that points us to His greatness. Everything happens according to His permission. Allah keeps track and looks after everything, even a black ant on a black rock on a black moonless night.
Yeah. Second one, to kiss our iman, knowing Allah better, knowing His greatness, right? Knowing His names. The reason that people sometimes their iman decrease because they didn't know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For example, Allah is what? Allah al-Basir. He knows everything. He can see everything. He knows every leaf fall. Imagine every leaf fall down. Subhanallah, every second the leaf fall down, right? He knows. Every baby bones around the world. Allah knows. Right? Allah knows what in your mind, what in your hearts. So when you know Allah, right, you will not commit sin, right? Right? Like sorry, somebody want to commit zina, adultery, but the woman said to him, did you close the door? Okay. He closed the door. Did you close the window? Okay. He closed the window. Did you close all the door and window? Yeah. I'm sure. But you not close one door yet. Which door? The door of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If the man said, oh, yeah, you're right. Allah watching us. Yeah? That's the way how to increase iman. Knowing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Knowing His greatness. Yeah. Okay, Yasmin. Oh, Yumna.
Assalamualaikum.
Salam alaikum.
Make an effort to gain knowledge for at least the basic things in daily life. For example, how to make wudu properly. Know the meanings behind Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's names and attributes. People who have taqwa are those who have knowledge. Attend gatherings where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is remembered. In such gatherings we are surrounded by angels.
Subhanallah. So, and also in order to increase your iman, seeking knowledge, like what you're doing today, right? Especially knowledge about the basic, about Allah's name, knowledge about Allah greatness, knowledge about how to pray properly, how to make wudu, and all this, how to increase our taqwa, right? So therefore, Rasulullah said, when you pass by the garden of Jannah, visit. Rasulullah, what is the garden of Jannah? He said, the gathering of knowledge, right? Very important. So when you see you have class, they have seminar, try to join, right? And also the gathering that people seeking knowledge is attended by the angel, and Allah will shower with the mercy from the heaven. Yeah. Nabil. Nabil. Okay,
Hello?
Kausar. Okay,
Hello?
Nabil, read.
Oh, sorry. Okay. 5. We have to increase our good deeds. One good deed leads to another good deed. Allah will make the way easy for someone who gives charity and also make it easy for him or her to do good deeds. Good deeds must be done continuously, not in spurts. 6. We must fear the miserable end to our lives. The remembrance of death is the destroyer of pleasures.
Pleasure. Yeah. So increase your good deed. Not only pray 5 days, try to pray the Sunnah before Fajr 2 rakaat, before Dhuhr, 4 rakaat or 2 rakaat, after Maghrib, after Isha. And then try to pray witr at night. Pray duha, pray shuru. Yeah, sometimes you're fasting on Monday, Thursday, give charity, helping your parent. All this good deed can increase also the Iman. Right? And also remember death. If the angel come to you and whisper into your ear, that you're going to die, what do you call? You're going to die tomorrow. What you do? Right? So death is what you call, can destroy the pleasure. You biryani there, ice cream there, right? All the sweetness king. But you're going to die, you're going to eat, it's so good. You will not eat, right? You will not play the game, right? MashaAllah. Okay, Kausar.
Remember the different levels of akhirah. For instance, when we were put in our graves, when we are judged, whether we will be in paradise or hell. Make dua, realize that we need Allah, be humble, don't covet material things in this life.
It's life. Right? SubhanAllah. So think about the next life. Think about the grave. What will be, how look like the first night you are in the grave? Right? This also can increase your right. Don't too much love for dunya. Yeah. Okay, because the asar is late. So inshallah next week we'll start at 5:45. And we will continue inshallah next week. Please Hanin and Fikri Ridho, to be ready. Yeah. And now inshallah we have two presenters. We have Fuad and Safia. Okay, Fuad, can you start?
Yeah. I still don't have the screen sharing thing.
I think you are in the Fuad. The second word. Okay.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Today I'll be talking about cats in Islam. Cats are one of the animals that is cherished and beloved in Islam. Muslims are likely to have a cat as a pet because we follow Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as he also loved cats. Islam teaches Muslims that cats should not be sold for money or traded goods. Cats' life is harmless unless they are have an obvious sickness in their mouth, and that Muslims are free to live with cats, but have to treat them well, providing food, water, and freedom of movement. Cats are known for their cleanliness. Food and water touched by a cat doesn't become unclean. Food which a cat has eaten from is halal. Water which a cat has drunk from can still be used for wudu. Cats are allowed inside the home, and since they're very clean, cats are allowed to enter mosque. Some of the benefits that cats come with. They can lower your risk of heart disease, reduce stress and anxiety, they lower your blood pressure, and they can strengthen your bones. I'll be talking about Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu. This man was a simple man from Yemen, and his name was given by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. His name means father of kittens, and he was given this name because he loved cats. It was said that Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu spent 4 years or 2 in the company of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and went on journeys and adventures with him. Muaza, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam found an Abyssinian black and white cat, which became his favorite, named Muaza. One time when he was getting ready to pray, he saw her sleeping on one of his sleeves, and instead of shooing the cat away, he cut off his sleeve so he wouldn't bother the cat. When Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam came back, he stroked her 3 times, which granted her 7 lives. The cat also received the ability to land on her feet every time she fell. These are just 3 hadiths narrated by Ibn Umar. The Prophet ﷺ said, a woman entered the hellfire because of a cat which she had tied, neither giving it food nor setting it free to eat from the vermin of the earth. These 2 are from Abu Hurairah. The Prophet said, wash the vessel the dog has drunk from 7 times, the first or the last of them with dirt, and when the cat drinks out of it, wash it once. Another one by him, the Messenger of Allah said, cats do not invalidate the prayer because they are one of the things that are useful in the house. That's it. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for listening.
Wa alaikum salam, mashallah. Did good job, Fuad. Mashallah. Talk about cat. Subhanallah. Yeah. Did you watch the Imam who was praying Great Tarawih? Yeah, and then the
I've
cat
seen that
comes.
video. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was subhanallah. It was very cute, huh? Yeah, and you know, look at how the woman entered hellfire because of didn't have mercy to the cat. Yeah,
I
good,
heard a
good
different
job.
story.
Fuad.
I'm sorry, I
Yeah,
interrupted. Yeah, I heard a similar story where there was a woman who sinned a lot. She was a prostitute, but one day she saw a thirsty dog and she fed him water and she entered Jannah because she helped the animal.
yeah, yeah. You're right. It's hadith. Yeah, Allah forgive her sin because he was kind to a dog. Imagine you kind to human being. Yeah. So Fuad, you have to take out from the screen. No, Safia. Fuad, can you out from the screen? Okay. Okay, Safia can start, shall
Okay, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Safia Tambi and I'll be talking to you about Asma bint Abi Bakr. Usually when you think of Abu Bakr as-Siddiq and his daughters, the first one you think of is Aisha because she was the Prophet's wife. Who was Asma? Asma bint Abi Bakr was the daughter of one of the greatest companions of the Prophet ﷺ, Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu anhu. She was also the sister of the Prophet's wife, Aisha. Her mother was Qatiba bint Uza. Her mother accepted Islam only after the conquest of Mecca. Asma was born 27 years before Hijrah and entered Islam from her father's teachings and influences. Asma married Zubayr bin Awam radiallahu anhu, who was the son of Safiya bint Abdul Muttalib, who was the aunt of the Prophet ﷺ, and her son was Abdullah bin Zubayr. Asma the Steadfast. Asma is known to be courageous and steadfast. When the Prophet ﷺ and Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu anhu were hiding in the cave tower, Asma brought them fresh food. As soon as they left for Medina, Abu Jahl had come to Abu Bakr's house in a mad rage and asked Asma where her father was. She responded saying that she didn't know. Abu Jahl then slapped her hard, yet Asma was still steadfast and strong with herself and did not give away the secret of where her father and the Prophet ﷺ was. Asma the kind. Asma was not just brave, but also very kind. After her father and the Prophet ﷺ left, Asma was left with her blind and aged paternal grandfather, Abu Quhafa. He was sad when he learned that his son Abu Bakr had left. He asked if he had any money left. Asma narrated that her father had taken all the money that they had, which was about 4,000 or 5,000 dinars. But of course, Abu Bakr had only taken it to spend in the way of Allah. Asma didn't tell her grandfather that Abu Bakr took all the money, but instead she told him that they still had lots of money. Asma convinced him by gathering pebbles the size of dinars and put them in a pot and a cloth over them. She guided her grandfather's hands over them and he was pleased. Asma did this to keep the peace in his own mind. That al-Nataqin. Asma was known as That al-Nataqin. Nataq is the Arabic word for a belt or girdle worn by women. When the Prophet ﷺ and Abu Bakr as-Siddiq were setting off for Medina, Asma packed food for them in a leather bag. She didn't have any rope to tie the bag with, so she divided the belt in two and used one part to tie the bag. The Prophet ﷺ told her that she would get 2 belts in Jannah to replace the one that she sacrificed, which is also a sign that says that she is guaranteed Jannah. Asma and her son. Asma's son was Abdullah bin Zubayr. When Asma was migrating to Medina, she gave birth to her son, near the valley of Quba. All the Muslims were so happy because a boy was born after a long period of time. When Abdullah grew up, he moved to Mecca and Asma joined him too. At the time, Banu Umayyah was the caliph and he didn't accept it and tried to set up his own caliphate. When Abdul Malik bin Marwan took the throne, he sent Hajjaj bin Yusuf as a representative. Abdullah went to Asma for advice and she told him that she wanted to see him live and live herself. If he was going to be killed, then she would accept it with patience, but if he defeated the enemy, she would be happy. Unfortunately, Abdullah was killed by Hajjaj. Hajjaj had left Abdullah's dead body to hang for more than 3 days. On the 3rd day, Asma went to recover her son. Asma had lost her sight from age. When Hajjaj saw that Asma was near her son's body, he sent a messenger to her to bring her to him. When she denied with a scornful hatred, Hajjaj tried again, now threatening her. But Asma was strong and didn't give in. Hajjaj went to see her when his threats no longer worked. She told him that the Prophet ﷺ had said a man would appear from the tribe of Banu Taqif who would be a liar and a cruel and ignoble barbarian. Hajjaj left silently. Hajjaj used to spread lies about Abdullah, that he was an atheist and not a good Muslim. Asma stood up for her son and denied it all. Abdullah bin Umar, who was the son of Umar bin al-Khattab, defended Asma's son as well. After a while, Hajjaj threw Abdullah bin Zubayr's body into the graveyard. Asma heard this, then recovered her son's dead body and did a proper ghusl and janazah for him. Asma bint Abi Bakr is a role model, and as a daughter, a wife, a mother, and an individual, Asma bint Abi Bakr has many great qualities. Asma has a very sharp memory and would remember everything that was said once. She herself had many hadith attributed to her. Many companions came to her for advice. She was kind, courageous, and steadfast. Asma passed away in the 73rd year after Hijrah and was almost 100 years old. Jazakallah khair.
MashaAllah. Good job, Safia. Yeah, you choose, mashallah, a great woman, who participate in a lot of things, especially during the Hijrah time. Yeah, this is the indication also that Islam was flourished, Islam was become strong because the woman also play a role. And also the hadith about hijab also a connection with Asma. Remember that when Asma, she started her period and she visited Aisha radiallahu anha, and Rasulullah told her, Asma, when the woman reach the age of this, that means you have period, she cannot show her beauty except the face and the hand, right? Except the face and the hand. And Asma immediately right away. Yeah, that's then the ayah from Surah An-Nur, 31, and then Surah Ahzab also supporting the hadith of Rasulullah. MashaAllah, great job, Safia. Thank you very much. And before I continue, I would like to share very good some video about also how to increase our iman, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Deen and Chai. If you're new around here, I make different videos about Deen in a conversational way over a cup of chai or tea or coffee. Today I have a green tea. So if you're interested in staying connected, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. So today we are going to be talking about 3 simple tips to increase your iman, inshallah. So starting off with the first one, prayer. Praying 5 times a day. And not just praying 5 times a day, but praying on time. This one is super important. Prioritize your prayers. Your prayers should be first before anything. So don't plan events and outings and gatherings that force you to delay prayer. Your prayer should be the most important thing in your day, so give it the importance that it deserves. This is your meeting, your appointment with your creator. If you were going to meet a king of a country, would you be late? Or would you be super early and prepared and dressed looking your best for that meeting? 5 times a day, we have a meeting with the King of all kings, our creator. Everything that we have is because of him. The least that we can do is show up to our meeting on time. Show up. And if you want more tips on prayer and how to improve your prayer and the quality of your prayer and feel that connection in your prayer, inshallah, I have a couple of past videos that I've done on that topic. So inshallah, I hope that you find benefit from that, inshallah. Tip number 2, your companions. Who are your companions? Who are the people that you hang out with most? The people that you hang out with have an impact on your iman. Are they raising it up or are they bringing it down? And this is also tied to the first point about prayers. Are the people that you hang out with helping you, encouraging you to pray your prayers on time? Or are they doing the opposite? Having those companions that strengthen your faith and encourage you to draw closer to Allah can be very crucial. They lift you up when your iman is down, and you lift them up when their iman is down, and so on, vice versa. So you bring each other up, you encourage each other. I remember when I was in school, there was a group of 4 of us. May Allah bless them and reward them immensely. But the 4 of us, we decided that we wanted to make sure that we prayed Fajr on time, because this was the most difficult one to pray on time. And so what we decided to do was to wake each other up for Fajr. So we would call each other every time it was Fajr time. The person who would wake up first would call the rest of us, and we would wake each other up and make sure that we each prayed. And we developed such a habit of waking each other up for months until it became something that we stuck to on our own. So one suggestion is, if you have someone who can wake you up, someone who's also waking up for Fajr, then wake each other up, encourage each other. Maybe it's somebody in your home, a family member or a roommate, or maybe it's someone that doesn't even live with you, but you can just call each other and wake each other up. Technology is a blessing if we use it correctly. And then number 3, the Quran. The Quran is a source of peace, a source of connection to Allah. So take advantage of that connection, even if it is just the bare minimum. Even if you can just fit 1 page a day, at least something small that you do consistently each and every day. It could be after Fajr, it could be before you go to sleep. Just find the time where you put in a little bit of time for the Quran, to connect with the Quran, and take your time reading that page, connecting with it, understanding it. Develop that connection. And if you do that day in and day out, you will find yourself suddenly reading 2 pages a day, and then 3 pages, and it develops stronger and stronger, inshallah. And if there's a day where you haven't read yet, you feel like something is missing in your day. So develop that connection. Make it something small, something that you can keep up with, something that you can keep consistent, and inshallah then it will grow from there. So those are the 3 simple ways that we can strengthen our iman, inshallah. I hope that you found this video beneficial, and until next time, assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, there's 3 things. Who can mention there's 3 things, in order to increase our iman? Anybody? Remember the three things. Yeah. Anyone? What's the three things? Yeah.
Praying on time, having good companions, and reading the Quran.
MashaAllah. Yeah, thank you, Sadiq. Subhanallah, very important. The first one is pray on time. You know, very interesting, we always on time when you have appointment with dentist, with doctor, before the time even. You know, with Allah, right? Even our salat is not really good, but because you're really serious. So don't make salat is number 10, number 1. Even when you make a schedule, you're going to travel, you have to put the schedule of salat. Where are you going to pray Maghrib? Where are you going to pray Fajr? Where are you going? So you have to put there, right? Because Rasulullah was asked, he said, Ya Rasulullah, what is the best deed? What he said? As-salatu fi awwali waqtiha. Pray on time, right? And one of the sign of hypocrite, alladhina hum an salatihim sahun. And those who are sahun in salat. One of the meaning of sahun, it means he delayed the time of salat. Pray Dhuhr, almost Asar. Asar, almost Maghrib. That made in right contention. Second one is good company, good friends, right? I remember when I was in Olympia, I used to call people there because there's no cell phone at them, just regular phone, you know, different houses live there. Yeah, you can do the also the same. Maybe 5 of you to remind one another. Right? Make, you know, especially for Fajr. Fajr is very important. You know, the first sign that your Iman is increased is Fajr time. Because you have to fight to wake up for Fajr. Especially, you know, in the, what you call it, summertime. Yeah. And the last one, your connection with the Quran. You know, with Quran, I remember that like cell phone. You know, you always be with cell phone, always. You feel something, you don't open cell phone. The same with the Quran. Quran is the email from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? So try to pray on time, right? Because Rasulullah said, one of the sign of the hour, people so easy to abandon salat, to delay salat just because of meeting, because of this and this. Right? Remember that when you die, the first question was, as-salah, as-salah. The salat complete, the other inshallah follow. And then you have to make sure we have good friend. The friend can support one another. And the last one, you know, try to have good connection with the Quran al-Karim. Yeah. So Fadil.
Tawakkul is having full faith that Allah will take care of you even when things look impossible.
Possible. There's nothing impossible. Doctor said, "Khalas, no, there's no hope." Allah has summoned. Right? You fail in something, never lose hope. Depend on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? For Allah, there's nothing called impossible. In the battle of Badr, how many Muslims? 313. How many kafir? 1,000. With full of the horse and everything. Muslims have 2 horses. Imagine that. No even, you know, good, you know. But when they depend on Allah, they got victory. Yeah. Ayan? Are there Ayan? Okay, William, are you there? Yasmin? Yumna? Nora? Are you there, Nora? Mubashir, are you there? Okay.
I can read.
Okay.
Muhammad ﷺ said, if you have complete trust in Allah, He will provide for you as He does for the birds. They leave their nest hungry in the morning and return satisfied in the evening.
No. The bird when in the morning when they're flying, they don't know where is the food, but they have trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, tawakkal. Allah created me, Allah provide me. Yeah, subhanallah. So let's make dua inshallah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. La yadurru ma ismihi shay'un fil ardi wa la fis sama' wa huwa as-sami'ul 'alim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. La yadurru ma ismihi shay'un fil ardi wa la fis sama' wa huwa as-sami'ul 'alim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. La yadurru ma ismihi shay'un fil ardi wa la fis sama' wa huwa as-sami'ul 'alim. Subhanallah bihamdihi adada khalqihi wa rida nafsihi wa zinata 'arshihi wa midada kalimatihi. Subhanallah bihamdihi adada khalqihi wa rida nafsihi wa zinata 'arshihi wa midada kalimatihi. Subhanallah bihamdihi adada khalqihi wa rida nafsihi wa zinata 'arshihi wa midada kalimatihi. Allahumma anta rabbi la ilaha illa anta khalaqtani wa ana 'abduka wa ana 'ala ahdika wa wa'dika mastata'tu. أعوذ بك من شر ما صنعت أبو لك بنعمتك علي وأبو بذنبي فاغفر لي فإنه لا يغفر الذنوب إلا أنت رب اغفر لي ولوالدي وارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك التواب الرحيم وصلى الله وسلم الحمد لله رب العالمين آمين. So inshallah see you next week 5:45, okay?
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamu